नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं वाचं ततो जयमुदीरये जिदं ते पुण्डरीकाक्ष नमस्ते विश्वभावना नमस्तेस्तु हृषीकेश महापुरुषपूर्वज सदक्षरं ब्रह्म य ईश्वरः पुमान् गुणोर्मि सृष्टिस्थितिकालसल्लयः प्रधानबुद्ध्यादिजगत्प्रपञ्चसूः सनोऽस्तु विष्णुर्मतिभूतिमुक्तिदः श्रीपराशर उवाच व्याख्यातमेतद् ब्रह्माण्डसंस्थानं तव सुव्रत ततः प्रमाणसंस्थाने सूर्यादीनां शृणुष्व मे योजनानां सहस्राणि भास्करस्य रथो नव ईशादण्डस्तथैवास्य द्विगुणो मुनिसत्तम सार्धकोटिस्तथा सप्त नियुतानि अधिकानि वै योजनानां तु तस्याक्षः तत्र चक्रं प्रतिष्ठितं त्रिनाभिमति पञ्चारे षण्नेमिनि अक्षयात्मके संवत्सरमये कृत्स्नं कालचक्रं प्रतिष्ठितम्. So we are in the 8th chapter of Dvitiyamsha. We just started it last time with 4 shlokas. Parashara tells him now that you know the Brahmanda Samsthanam, that is the arrangement of the entire Brahmandam is now very clear. I have told you about it. And now let's move on to Surya and other grahas Pramanam. So we imagine, or there is an appearance, the Vishwarupa of Surya is such that he is on a ratham which has one chakra. There are 3 nabhi, that is the nave of the chakram, pancha ara, 5 spokes, and shat nemi, there are 6 circumferences for that chakram. Akshayatmakam, it's also eternal in the sense that there is no destruction for this Surya Ratha. Samvatsaramaye, this entire chakram is called the Kala Chakram because Surya determines the time. For us to determine time, we look at the position of Surya and decide the time. Hence, his chakram, the ratham, the wheel of Surya's chariot is called a Kala Chakram here. And all of those numbers that we say, each one represents a different thing. We will read about it later also in this Adhyaya. Hayascha Sapta Chandamsi. There are supposed to be 7 horses for now this shloka is found as number 7 in certain editions. That is, I think in that Sridhariya edition that we have, it is found as 7, and in Gorakhpur it's found as 5, or vice versa. So some have this before, some have this later. Hayascha sapta chandamsi tesham namani me shrunu Gayatri cha brihati vushnika jagati Trishtubevacha Anushtup Pankhtirityukta Chandamsi Harayo Ravehe. Hayaha cha Sapta Chandamsi. The horses are 7 meters. That is the chandas that we use in the Vedic Riks and Samagitam and all that. The meter in which they are written are actually 7 in number. It's also, there is a Devatatma, that is, there is a form, representative form of it, as well as what you read as an academic thing also. So Hayaha, the horses are supposed to be the representation of the 7 meters that we find in the Vedic texts. Tesham namani me shrunu. The names of those are Gayatri, it's a Chandas, Brihati, Ushnik, Jagati, Trishtub, Anushtup, Pankti. These are the 7, the names of the 7 Chandas. Iti Uktaha Chandamsi eva Ravehe Harayaha. These 7 are literally the horses of Surya. Chatvarimshat sahasrani dvitiyaha akshaha vivasvataha Panchani anyani tu sardhani syandanasya mahamate. He mahamate Maitreya. Syandanasya vivasvataha syandanasya dvitiyaha akshaha. The second axle of the Syandana Ratha. Vivaswan atra Suryaha. Suryasya Syandanam Rathaha. So Syandanaha Rathaha. So the chariot of Surya. There is a second axle for it, which is the Aksha, Dvitiyaha Akshaha. Tatsya Pramanam tu Chatvarim. There are a lot of numbers here. You will have to add each one and do it. Chatvarimshat 45. Panchani 50. or yeah, chatvarimshat sahasrani pancha anyani sardhani. So it is like 455,000. That's the number given here. That is the pramanam for that aksha. So the yojanam distance, the measurement of this aksha is so much. Okay. Aksha pramanam ubhayoho pramanam tad yuga ardhayoho. Aksha prama ubhayoho tad yuga ardhayoho. Next is the yuga. Yuga here is the yoke that connects these two axles. So the yoke that connects also is dviguna pramanam. It is twice the amount of the axle here. So 450,000, right? So the two halves of the yoke are also of the same length. Sorry, not yugayoho ardhayoho ubayoho pramanameva. Aksha pramanam ubhayoh pramanam tad yuga ardhayoho ubayoho pramanam. When you take the yoke, the two halves of the yoke, one half is and the other half, they both put together will be the pramanam of the axle. Okay, are of the same length of the aksha. Harasvaha akshaha tad yugardhena dhruva adharaha rathasya vai dvitiye akshetu tat chakram samsthitam manasachale. Now where are these two attached? These yokes that are attached, the shorter axle with the short yoke. So प्रथमं तु एकः अक्षः आसीत्, तदनन्तरं द्वितीयः अक्षः इत्युक्तम् एकैकस्मिन् अक्षे अपि युगार्धं तत्र सक्तम् अस्ति. So one half of the yoke is connected to one aksha, the other half of the yoke is connected to another aksha. So he is giving where that yoke is connected. So hrasvaha akshaha, the two axles are not of the same pramanam. Each one is of a different pramanam. The first one was some 15,700,000 and all that. This one is a shorter one, which is only 450,000. So this is a shorter one. The hrasvaha akshaha tad yugardhena, along with the yoke that is connected to that aksha, dhruva adharaha rathasya dhruva adharaha. It is the adharam for the dhruva pole star, right? Dhruva nakshatram tasya dhruva nakshatrasya adharatvena dhruva adharaha rathasya. Akshaha eva dhruvasyapi adharaha vartate. How does that fit? 1 minute. This is shloka 7. Sridhara Swami writes a lot of vyakhyana for these measurements and everything, but this is not 7, so this must be 5. Mahaksha Prama, he gives also quotation from Bhagavatam and other Puranas also. There is a big note on this Mahaksha Pramanam iti. I think it's too tedious to go through that. That's why we will just quickly go through that. Just this Dhruva Adharam. Dhruvena grihitau rashmayaha iti. So, Dhruvaha eva tatra, he stands there at the end and he holds on to the reins, which means he becomes the Adhara for one aksha. Rathasya dhruvaha adharatvena vidyamanaha akshaha. So akshasya adharaha tu dhruvaha tadrisha yugardhena saha rathe sthapitam vartate. So samsthitam tat chakra. Okay, no, rathasya dhruva adharaha. So the ratham is there, you have one short axle and the yoke along with it. This is connected to the dhruva nakshatra, which is its support. Okay, dvitiye akshetu tat chakram samsthitam. Now that second axle is connected to the chakra, eka chakra. Samsthitam manasachale. Now where is that connected? It is present in manasottara achalam. Manasottara shailam or Manasottara mountain is found in Pushkara Dvipa, and we are talking about that. Manasa achalam. Achala natu manasa sarovaraha. Sarovarastu atra Himalayas. It's there in Himalayas, so we are not talking about that. Here you take it as the Manasottara Shaila, which is there in Pushkara Dvipa. Manasottara Shailasya Purvataha Vasavi Puri. Now he is talking about the cities that are there around this Manasottara Parvata. Manasottara Shailasya Purvataha Vasavi Puri Dakshinetu Yamasya Anya Pratichyam Varunasya cha Uttarena cha Somasya Tasam Namani Meshrunu. Manasottara Shailasya Purvataha, to the east of this Manasottara mountain, you have Vasavipura, a city belonging to Indra. Dakshinetu Yamasya. In the south, you have a city which belongs to Yama. Pratichyam, to the west, you have that which belongs to Varuna. Uttarena cha Somasya, and the northern city belongs to Chandra, the moon, Somaha. So, Tasam Namani Meshrunu, he is going to talk about the names of each of those cities. Vasvaukasara Shakrasya Yamya Samyamini Tatha Puri Sukha Jaleshasya Somasya cha Vibhavari. The names of these cities are Shakrasya Puri tu Shakrasya Puryaha Nama Vasvaukasara. Vasu eva Okasara. It is the source for all kinds of riches. That's the etymological derivation, but it's more like a samgya here. Of course, it's also a yogikam. No? It is connotative of what it represents also. Yamya Yamasya Samyamani. The name of the city which belongs to Yama is called Samyamini, that which can control people's lives and karmas and everything. No? Puri Sukha Jaleshasya. Varuna's city is called Sukha. Somasya Vibhavari. The city of Soma is called Vibhavari. Kashtang Gataha Dakshinataha Kshipta Ishuhu Iva Sarpati Maitreya Bhagavan Bhanuhu Jyotisham Chakra Sanyutaha. Bhagavan He Maitreya Dakshinataha Kashtam Gataha. Dakshinataha Kashtam Gataha. When Bhagavan Bhanuhu, when Surya goes to the southern direction, Kashta Atra Digvachi Padam. It is a padam that means dik. If it is in Strilingam, then it is dik. If you have it as kashtam or kashtaha, then it represents a log of wood. If it is in Strilingam, kashta ityukte asha, dik. It means one of the directions, east, west, north, south, anything. So kashta dakshinataha kashtam gataha, towards the southern direction. If the sun moves towards the southern direction on a course, he moves as fast as an arrow that just jumps out of the bow. Kshipta Ishuhu Iva. Ishuhu Banaha. Just as how an arrow is thrown, the projectile, the way the projectile goes, the movement of the sun is in that manner. Don't worry, he is going to say that the sun does not move at all. In 2-3 shlokas, he is going to say that. But the movement of sun and everything is only perspective. Very clearly in Vishnu Purana, he says that. So, Kshipta Ishuhu Iva Sarpati, the sun moves along with the Chakra Sanyutaha, Jyotisham Chakra Sanyutaha Bhagavan Bhanuhu. Kshipta Ishuhu Iva Sarpati. Sarpati, he moves like an arrow which is thrown or which is projected, right, which is targeted. Tadrisha Banaha Iva Bhagavan Bhanuhu Chakra Sanyutaha, Jyotisham Chakra Sanyutaha, along with all the constellations, stars and grahas and everything. Anything that is a Jyotis, which is a light, which is a source of light and which is also moves with this sun, or which appears to move with the sun. Right? It moves like an arrow. Kashtang Gato Dakshinataha Kshipteshuriva Sarpati Maitreya Bhagavan Bhanuhu Jyotisham Chakra Sanyutaha. Ahoratra Vyavasthana Karanam Bhagavan Ravihi Devayanav Parafpanta Yoginam Klesha Sankhraye. Bhagavan Ravihi Surya, Ahoratra Vyavasthana Karanam. He is the reason for us to Vyavasthanam, that is, make the proper clear distinction between Ahas and Ratri. Ahar and Ratri. Ahar is daytime and Ratri. Ahoratra, the Vyavasthanam, the arrangement of day and night. The reason for that arrangement of day and night is Bhagavan Ravihi, is Surya. This is a sthula concept. Now, as you go into the subtler concept, he gives very, in just half and two padas, he gives this, Devayanaha parapantha yoginam klesha sankshaye. Yoginam klesha sankshaye tu, klesha sankshaye tu, yoginam paraha panthaha devayanaha iti namna parapanthaha manyate. So this, the rays of the sun, even though we think that the sun is there only to tell us about what is day and what is night, to distinguish that day-night business, that is not his main job here. Klesha sankshaye, he gives the path for yogis to go to the next worlds. So when their klesha is completely gone, klesha is the asmita, raga, dvesha, avidya, all of these 5 pancha kleshaha yatu yoga shastre uktam, take all those kleshas. As soon as those kleshas are sankshaye, they are gone, yogis have to travel through a path to other worlds also. Tesham tu paraf panthaha devayana panthaha ityuktam. So the path that they take is called devayana. 2 references that Sridhar Swami gives in his Vyakyanam for this is, one is in Chandogya Upanishad, the other is Mundaka Upanishad. Atha yatra etat asmat sharirat utkramati, atha etaireva rashmibihi urdhvam akramate. When someone moves from this body, he lets go of this mortal body, martyam shariram tyaktva utkramati, when he has to proceed beyond this bhulokam or martyalokam, etaihi eva rashmibihi urdhvam akramate. He goes to the upper worlds only by catching hold of this rashmi. Think of it like this, Jack and the Beanstalk or someone who wants to climb up to the clock tower using a rope. This rashmi is something like a rope which lets them take that path. Surya Kirana. Sa om iti hodva miyate sa yavat kshipyet manaha tavat adityam gacchati. Kshipyet manaha. As long as he wants to go, om, that is the pranava mantram with which he uses that to go beyond. When you use mantras for meditation and all, there will be a point where, there are 4 levels, right? Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti and Paravak. Paravak, until Pashyanti, it is all a form of manifestation. Whereas Para becomes the unmanifested form of sound. There only the Omkara or Pranava stays there, which is the Shabda Brahman or the Nadam. Some people believe that Para is beyond the Shabda Brahma also. They say Pashyanti is the level of Shabda Brahma or Nada Brahma, and Para Shakti is beyond this. In either cases, whatever it is, the manas wants to go, or wherever you want to project your mind, until that lokam, he has to go, he can go until Aditya Mandale. There is an Angushta Matra Adityaha Vartate iti, Narayanaha Vartate iti, Tat Paryantam tu Gantum Shaknoti Saha iti. So, Etadvai Khalu Lokadwaram Vidusham Prapadanam. This is the Dwaram, this is the path or the Dwaramna entrance. This is the entrance for Vidusham Prapadanam. For people to go for Prapatti or for people to attain moksha. Vidusham. Those who understand, those who have that discriminating power. Vidwan ityatra nityanitya vastu vivekam kritva tatra sadhana chatushtayadikam sampadya tadanantaram yaha moksham ichchati tasya ayameva margaha iti. So this is the dwaram or the entrance, that is the Surya Kirana becomes the entrance for a person who, for an intelligent person, for a yogi to get moksha. Nirodhaha avidusham, this stops them. If a person does not have that clarity and does not want to go for moksha, then there is a stop for him there. That is, this Surya Kiranam is something like the door is closed there for him. Nirodha. This is there in Chandogya Upanishad. The other quotation that he gives is also from another Upanishad, which is Mundaka Upanishad. Tapashraddhe yehi upavasanti aranye shantaha vidvamsaha bhaikshya charyam charantaha suryadvarena te virajaha prayanti yatra amritaha saha purushaha hi avyayatma. So a yogi who is devoted to tapas, उपवसन्ति अरण्ये शान्ताः शान्तोदान्त इति आन्तर इन्द्रिय निग्रहेण भैक्ष्यं भिक्षाचर्यां कुर्वन्, then they also go through this Surya, go to a lokam called Virajaha, where there is no Rajogunam. That's the meaning of that word. Virajaha iti samjna, kaschana lokaha vartate, tatra gachanti iti. Yatra where they realize that Purusha, who is Atman, Brahma Swarupa. So this is the path that is described as is described in the Upanishads. Purana gives it in a very short formula. Devayana parafpantaha yoginam klesha sankshaye. The moment yogis get rid of all of their kleshas, மும்மலங்களையும் போக்குறதுங்கிறது தான் இந்த இடத்துல தமிழ் சைவ சித்தாந்தம் படி போனோம்னா, then they take this path. So ahoratra vyavasthana karanam bhagavan ravihi devayanah parafpantha yoginam klesha sankshaye. Divasasya ravir madhye sarvakalam vyavasthitaha sarvadvipeshu maitreya nishardhasya cha sanmukhaha. Now this is our clue for where we find that the sun is in one place constantly. He doesn't move anywhere. So the sun, he may discriminate all the different hours and everything. Divasasya sarvakalam divasasya madhye eva ravihi vyavasthitaha. Ravihi suryaha. Surya is constantly shining in one continent or in one place constantly. He is just shining in that place. Divasasya ravihi sarvakalam tatraiva vyavasthitaha. Sarva dvipeshu, in the opposite dvipas, it will be midnight. That is nishardhasya sun. It will be midnight constantly. Surya is present in the other dvipas as a இது கான்ஸ்டன்ட். சம்முகஹான் இருக்கு, அதான் சன்முகஹா இத்தி நாஸ்தி சம்முகஹா. சம்முகஹா இத்துக்தே he is always in the middle, in front of all of those dvipas on one side, and on the other side it is always midnight. So it is very clearly udayastamanam tu tatra, it is a perspective. Udaya astamane chaiva sarvakalam tu sammukhe vidishasu tu ashesheshu asheshasu tatha brahman dishasu cha. Vidishasu asheshasu, in all of the intermediary direction like southwest northwest, southeast northeast. Brahman dishasu cha, in all the directions of northeast southwest. Sammukhe sarvakalam, at all times. Udaya astamanecha, it is visible to people even though it is visible, whether it is rising and setting or anything, it is visible to people all the time. Sarvakalam. Yaihi yatra drishyate bhaswan saha tesham udayaha smritaha. Tirobhavam cha yatra iti tatraiva astamanam ravehe. So yatra yaihi bhaswan drishyate. When people are seeing the sun at a particular point, then saha tesham, for those people who see, it becomes a rising of the sun. So very clearly he says here that the sun is not moving. It is only with respect to those people who see the sun, they think that the sun has risen. Teshameva udayaha, natu suryasya udayaha. Okay, but on the Suryodaya is a thing that we constantly use as a lakshana. Actually, it is not actual Suryasya eva udayaha tatra bhavati iti. Puranoktaritya tu tatra Suryaha tu sarvakalam ekatraiva vyavastitaha vartate yaihi yatra drishyate yadi drishyate iti. If people see the sun, then they call it as the rising of the sun for them. Yatra tirobhavam iti. Wherever there is a tirobhavam, wherever they cannot see or the Surya is disappearing, tatraiva ravehe astamanam. There tesham jananam krite ye evam pashyanti evam na pashyanti va tesham eva astamanam jayate. So only for them they term it as the setting of the sun. यैहि यत्र दृश्यते भास्वान् स तेषाम् उदयः स्मृतः तिरोभावं च यत्र एति यत्र एति सॉरी यत्र इति न यत्र तिरोभावम् एति गच्छति प्राप्नोति तत्र एव अस्तमनं रवेः नैव अस्तमनम् अर्कस्य न उदयः सर्वदा सतः सर्वदा सतः अर्कस्य अस्तमनं नास्ति उदयः अपि नास्ति for the sun which is ever present सर्वदा सतः नैव अस्तमनं there is no setting न उदयः there is no rising of the sun उदयास्तमनाख्यं हि दर्शन अदर्शनं रवेः. This is something we should memorize, I think. नैवास्तमनम् अर्कस्य नोदयः सर्वदा सतः उदयास्तमनाख्यं हि दर्शन अदर्शनं रवेः. रवेः दर्शनम् उदयः. So I take it as यथासङ्ख्यं. रवेः दर्शनं, when you see the sun, there is an udaya of the sun. Ravehe adarshanam, when you do not see the, when there is an abhava or adarshanam, not abhava, adarshanam. So when you do not see it, when it is not visible for us, then it is termed as the setting. Astamanam iti akhya. There is a samjna for it, that's all. Shakradinam pure tishthan sprishatyesha puratrayam विकोणौ द्वौ विकोणस्थः त्रीन् कोणान् द्वे पुरे तथा. Okay, I'll have to refer this because how many ever times I read this section, it's too sometimes very confusing. 1 minute. So he stands at a point where he touches all of the 4 cities there. Okay. His light extends to, so Shakradinam pure tishthan Sprishati eshaha puratrayam. So he stands closer to the Vasavi Puri Vasvaukasara. So Shakradinam pure tishtan, as he is standing near the city of Indra, because he is one of the Adityas, he is probably, that is why he says Shakradinam pure tishtan. Sprishati eshaha puratrayam. He touches the other 3 cities of Yama, Varuna and Soma. Vikonau dvau vikonasthaha trin konan dve pure tatha. The konaha vikonaha ngardu vandu, you take it as an intermediate points of a hemisphere kind of thing. So he illumines 2 of those cities. Dvau vikonau dve pure dvau vikonau vikonasthaha sanna trin konanu dve pure. I just can't figure out what he means by this. Tried understanding with the English and the Hindi, it's a little tough to understand because the vision of them is so different. How Parashara has viewed it and tried to make sense of this is a little confusing. I'll try. 1 minute. So
Suryan பார்க்கிறதுக்கு the Suryan nearest point of the east சொல்றோம்.
ஆமா
இல்லையா? பார்க்க முடியாத பின்னாடி இருக்கிற வெஸ்ட். அது மாதிரி டிஸ்டன்ஸ் அந்த லைட் படுறதும் இன்டர்மீடியட் ப்ரோனாம் பண்ணாம அப்படிங்க சொல்றாங்க.
ஆமா, அந்த 3 புரி 2 கோணம் வருது. அந்த
2 கோணம் மக்கரம் இல்ல ராசி கடக ராசியில ஆங்கிள் சேஞ்ச் ஆகுது இல்ல. நார்த் சவுத் இல்லாம நார்த் ஈஸ்ட் சவுத் ஈஸ்ட்.
அது சூரியன் வந்து ஃபிக்ஸ்டா சொல்லியாச்சு, ஒரே இடத்துல இருக்கார்.
ஆமா,
ஒரே இடத்துல இல்ல.
சூரியன் ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்தாலும் we say the angle of these travel changes, the rays where they fall.
Correct, that is because of the tilting of the earth. அது இல்லை இங்கே வந்து என்ன சொல்ல வர்றாருன்னா the position of the sun வந்து இங்கே சொல்லும்போது இப்போ if it is a triangle, if imagine that the sun is in one place and then it will spread its rays to 2 different sections and all those 3 puris are on the 3 sides. அப்படி வருதா? இமேஜினேஷனே எங்கேயோ போகிறது போங்க. Something like that. அப்படி மைண்ட்ல வெச்சுக்கோங்க.
If the 4 cities are on the end of a square and one diameter is collinear to the sun, you follow?
Yeah. சொல்லுங்க.
Four points are at the end of a square.
ஆமா.
And one diameter is going through the sun.
ஆமா.
அப்போ வந்து you can see
இதெல்லாம் ஈக்விடிஸ்டன்ட்டா சொல்லல இந்த இடத்துல.
ஆமா, ஈக்விடிஸ்டன்ட்டாவும் சொல்லல. So it's more like a triangle in mind with ஆமா.
ட்ரையாங்கிள்லாம் இருக்கட்டும்.
ஈக்விடிஸ்டன்ட்.
பட் ஏன்னா மூணு சிட்டிஸ் தெரியறதுனால the only way you can the earth cover earth simply comes in the way of the 4th city which is not visible.
Yeah, okay. Something anyway அது வந்து if you can imagine that's fine.
and இதை வச்சுக்கிட்டு நான் சொல்றேன். The line, the diagonal of the square that passes through the sun and the invisible city. Okay, அது வந்து அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஒரு காத்தாடியில அந்த டெயில்
புரியுது, ராம்பஸ் மாதிரி சொல்றீங்க நீங்க. ஒரு
எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா நடுவில் வந்து எர்த் இருக்கு.
இல்ல ராம்பஸ்ல வந்து எப்படி உங்களுக்கு மேல சூரியன் இருக்கு, there are 3 other corners where அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றேன். புரியுது.
Exactly.
It's more not a square.
Rhombus, square,
whichever quadrilateral. Yeah. So விகோண உத்வவும் கர்ச்சு what he is trying to say, அவ சொல்லபடி பார்க்கறச்சு அது வந்து it is more of a ஜாதக ரீதியா பார்த்தோம்னா கூட அவருக்கு வந்து he is 2 இடத்துல இருக்கார் அப்படி வெச்சுண்டும் சொல்லலாம். அதுக்கு வேற ஏதாவது there might be some explanation.
அது வந்து spherical ல இருந்து planar projection
தெரியல,
அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணலாம். spherical geometry தெரிஞ்சதுனாக்கா you can in order to represent it you have to project it on a two-dimensional space.
சரி. சரி. ஸோ உதித்தோ அடுத்தது போவோம். உதித்தோ வர்தனமானாபிஹி மத்தியான்னாத் தபன் ரவிஹி ததः பரம் ஹ்ரசந்தீபிஹி கோபிஹி அஸ்தம் நியச்சதி. மத்தியான்னாத் தபன் ரவிஹி உதிதः சன் as he has risen, as the sun has risen, tapan when he is burning there, vardhamanabihi gobihi amadhyannat uditaha ityuktam. So until that madhyannam we say that it is the rising section of the sun wherein the rays are constantly increasing. Next is tataf param, after madhyanna hrasantibihi gobihi, with his kiranas, with his rays are hrasanti ityukte, they are coming shorter, they are becoming shorter and shorter. With the shortening rays astam niyachati, it is termed as he sets. There is a setting of the sun. This also is from the perspective of the person. When we see, we think that the rays are increasing and the rays are shortening. So we term udaya and udayastamana akhyam hi darshanadarsanam. அது நல்லா இருக்கு. உதயாஸ்தமனாभ्याम च स्मृते पूर्व अपरे दिशौ यावत् पुरस्तात् तपति तावत् पृष्ठे च पार्श्वयोः ऋते अमरगिरेः मेरोः उपरि ब्रह्मणः सभाम्. There are udaya astamanaभ्याम, because of the rising and setting of the sun, purva apare dishau smrite, the east and the west direction are smrite, they are indicated because of the udaya and astamana of Surya. यावत् पुरस्तात् तपति तावत् पृष्ठे च पार्श्वयोः. However he is, இது வந்து 2D இல்லாத நம்ம வந்து 3D பார்க்கறச்சே யாவத் புரஸ்தாத் தபதி, just as how he shines in the front, in the same way he is shining behind also and on the sides also. There is no difference with respect to the sun and it's the light that emerges from the sun. It is the same all round. Rite amaragirehe meroho upari, right on top of ब्रह्मणः सभां ऋते. अमरगिरेः मेरोः उपरि ब्रह्मणः सभां ऋते सर्वत्र तपति. This line you have to connect it with this earlier. In most of the editions you will find that this line is given along with the next shloka, but the anvaya is such that it goes with the shloka number 18. So ब्रह्मणः सभां ऋते. ब्रह्मणः सभा तु कुत्र वर्तते? सत्यलोके वर्तते. मेरोः उपरि, अमरगिरेः मेरोः उपरि, above the deva mountain, the divine mountain which is Meru, above that the brahmanaha sabham rite, except for the sabha of Brahma, chaturmukha brahmanaha sabha yatu satyaloke vidyate. Without that, excepting that Brahma's sabha, Surya illumines every other place. Purastat tapati tavat prishte parshvayoho api tapati. Ye ye marichayaha arkasya prayanti brahmanaha sabham te te nirastaha tadbhasa pratipam upayanti vai. Any of those rays which go to this Brahma's sabha, Brahmanaha sabha prati gachanti, te te marichayaha, all of those rays, marichayaha tukte rays, kiranaha, tadbhasa nirastaha, tasyaha bhasa, Brahmanaha sabhayaha bhasa. By the light of that Brahma sabha, these are being reflected back and pratipam upayanti, they come back downwards. As they proceed up, they get reflected by this light and they proceed downwards because that is why they cannot go into this Brahma sabha. So ye ye marichayaha arkasya prayanti brahmanaha sabham te te nirastaha tadbhasa pratipam upayanti vai. We'll stop with this. Narayanam namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vacham tato jayam udirayet.